Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Find Yourself in a Character. I'm Jenny D, author, consultant, and international promoter of Love and Triumph. In this week's episode, I talk about My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Now, when we say dark, I mean dark. It's about as dark a book as I think I've read in a while. It's very disturbing, and more often than not, I wanted to take the book and fling it across the room. But not because it was bad, but because it was really fantastic. And you kind of have to have the stomach to read abuse, because essentially that's what this book is about. It's about a teacher who takes advantage of a young girl and grooms her into non-consensual sex that she thinks is consensual. So it was a tough read to see this innocent girl who, she was rebelling. She had hormones. She was curious. She didn't see anything wrong with flirting with her teacher. And that was taken advantage of. And then you see it twisted into a lifelong obsession of wanting to protect this jackass. And it was frustrating because she couldn't see that she was abused. She couldn't see that she was taken advantage of and how she was being manipulated. And anyone who tried to tell her that, she would shut down, not talk to, and whatnot. So relatability wise, I can see my younger self in her, how innocent you can be, how taken with a teacher you could be. I remember when I was studying abroad in Spain, and I had a teacher in one of the universidades, and that was my ethics professor of all subjects, an ethics professor. And he was hot beyond belief. He had this dark hair and these blue eyes, and oh my God. So I had to stay after class one day because it was actually taught in the language Catalan, and I only knew partial Spanish. So I had no idea what this man was saying in class. So he asked me to stay after, and he's telling me what these words mean. And what stands out for me, obviously, was they were talking about ethics and desire. The word was desire. And I'm looking at this man going, oh my God, can I pass? I'll pass any way you want. But I wouldn't really, but you can see how a young girl can easily just be so enthralled. And thankfully he was a very good ethics teacher who did not even go in that direction. So, but you can see it sometimes, when we're young, we get little crushes on older men, and respectful men won't do anything about it because you are a child. But this book shows you how this guy can, just take advantage of that and tell her everything she wants to hear, take every insecurity and twist it. And, it's heartbreaking to see how she could have had such a great life. Now she can still have a great life, but all that trauma she went through, being forced upon when she thought she was consenting. She wasn't. She just didn't want to disappoint her teacher. And nothing to do with grades either. It wasn't anything. It was just this forbidden attraction that was acted upon. So it was hard to read. It was a wonderful read. If you can get past and stomach all the stuff that goes on, you come out with an awareness. You come out with more wisdom about the world and how it really is. And I came out a little bit more protective of my daughter. So I highly recommend the book. I think it was really great. And again, it's My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. So that is this week's episode. To find out more about me, you can check me out at www.jennydauthor.com. And I will see you next week for another episode of Find Yourself in a Character.